Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Nuclear Care Partners provide services for those who are now critically ill due to workplace exposure at certain sites in the state. Here with more on how they can help you, Executive Directors Leslie Olkowski and Jenna Noem. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Leslie, let's start with you. Who is Nuclear Care Partners?
Sure. Nuclear Care Partners, we're an approved medical provider under the United States Department of Labor. We operate under 4 federal programs in which we provide skilled, specific nursing care for former Department of Energy workers. So here locally, it's mainly Nevada test site workers, also former uranium miners, millers, and ore transporters, who maybe these folks worked here or maybe they relocated here and now have chronic illness as a result of their workplace exposure.
And you've been around for about 4 years?
Yeah, over 4 years here in Nevada,
setting up hundreds of people.
That's correct.
Yes, and when they come to you, what do they come to you for?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of times we work with the patient family to establish what they need. So no two patients are the same. We establish a plan of care with the physician and the family, and we meet their needs in the home. So we have some people who need skilled nursing care, some need CNA care, home health aid care. We have a family caregiver program that's really popular, and we work closely with them to help meet their needs.
You offer a lot of services, provide medical expertise for the families,
Absolutely.
And even just support and being there for them.
Absolutely.
Because they're going through a very difficult time in their life.
Yes,
that's correct.
And we can care for all stages, someone who's doesn't have that many needs at this point all the way through the end of life.
And how would you say you're different than another place?
It's a great question. I think 2 things that stick out to me is how we were founded and how we're operated today. We were founded by nurses who saw a real disconnect between what was happening in the home and what patients needed and how organizations were being managed. And so NCP's flipped that model on its head, and nursing care and the patient's needs are the center of every decision made at the organization. So we really are for the patient.
Now,
Leslie, how does someone qualify for your services?
Sure. If they were a former Department of Energy worker, so again here locally, maybe a former Nevada test site worker or a former miner, miller, transporter of uranium, and they have a chronic illness and they've been through the filing process with the Department of Labor, they would have received a white Department of Labor medical benefits card. And what this card does is it entitles them to the free services, medical services that we provide. If somebody is so we'd want them to call because we can help them right now, so call for more information. Otherwise, if you're a Department of Energy worker, you have a chronic illness, but you haven't been through the claim filing process, we would encourage those folks to call as well because we can connect them with resources that can get them information.
Had the graphic on the screen too, and there's the white card that you mentioned?
Yeah, it's like a insurance card, like it looks like a credit card or insurance card, and so that is the card that qualifies them for the medical care for their approved condition.
Right there, so they would know automatically that they are able to enroll in the program.
That's correct.
Or call and get your services.
Right.
Yeah, so it's very important to get that card, and if you don't have it, then obviously
call us as well.
Yeah,
and
you can help them get through that process
Yes.
and tell them what they need to do to get it.
Exactly, where
especially
they at.
if they've worked in that field for so long.
Absolutely.
Yes, and let's talk about the best way to get in touch with you. How do they do that?
Sure, we've got a toll-free number, 888-525-5111. We have an office on West Lake Mead Boulevard here in Las Vegas. And then we have a website, nuclearcarepartners.com, that has a lot of valuable information about what we do and the programs we operate under.
Yes, and this is an in-home health care. So
Correct.
you will go to the people so they don't have to go somewhere and they don't want to leave their home sometime.
Absolutely, and sometimes they can't leave their home. So, and we're able to keep them potentially out of a nursing home if that time ever arises, to keep them in the comfort of their own home.
And again, who do you primarily help here in Nevada?
Yeah.
Former Nevada test site workers, lots of folks with cancers, and also we see a lot of people with chronic lung disease as a result of their exposure. So we're eligible to provide services for any type of condition related to their work exposure, but we see those 2 main disease processes here locally.
Yeah, and these people have worked for a very long time, typically in this field, didn't know they were sick, retired, got ill afterward, and now you're helping them regain their either mobility or their health back.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of times people ask, what would a nurse do in my home? Because we think of nurses, we think of the hospital. And we really are about health promotion and complication prevention. We're trying to help people live the best life they can in their home dealing with their chronic illness. So whatever that means for them, we're there to meet their needs and help them live a quality life.
Yeah, and they don't have to suffer. They can get the help, and that's why you're here to do that. And again, to go through the process and get that card so that you can qualify for the benefits.
Yeah, it is a process with the Department of Labor, but again, we can guide them and direct them and connect them with the resources to get that piece done. And then once they're approved, then we can provide the home care for them.
And as nurses yourself, you know how important it is to get right health care.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
so
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nuclear Care Partners provides services for those who are now chronically ill due to workplace exposure at certain sites here in the state. Nuclear Care Partners is located on West Lake Mead Boulevard, just east of Rampart. For more information, call their toll-free number listed or visit their website right there on your screen.